Hey guys, this is KinShun with another Unison League video. Today I'm going to do another video on the new Ifrit event, another red orb farming event, as you have done probably for the Jabberwock, the floral flower event, and the Banquet event. So this is another one for the Apollo event. In preparation for the Apollo event, more art farming, you know how it is. You farm the 32 AP, 40 AP, and 45 AP mostly for the highest drop rate to get the fire orb, or they call it the Crimson Spirit orb, to upgrade each of those, the Apollo gear up to UR and also the Ifrit summon up to UR. So what's so special with the Ifrit summon? So the Ifrit's Fallen Spirit, when upped into the UR version, does ability power of 150 when damages all enemies with fire magic damage effect. It also adds a 70% chance to paralyze a target for 50 seconds, which is really, really good, actually, if you think about it. Really useful for raids and not raids, sorry, guild battles, as you're able to paralyze the opposing team. And of course, the power is boosted by 10 for each increase in skill of up to 5. So you get a max of 200 ability power attack with this. So you'll need about like the other 28 AP UR colored orb summons. You'll need about 3 orbs to up it to the UR version, and you get one by completing the 45 AP. And so that's what we're doing here with my guild. I got Nagato. Let's see who else is there. Katsul, me, and B Fly. We have a random armed with wings running with us, and he was pretty good. So we had a really good team going on here. So the 45 AP run this event compared to the other 45 APs like the Succubus and the Floor event 45 AP. This one's actually pretty difficult. Ifrit is a difficult boss to beat, mainly because of him and the fact that this dungeon does a lot of different status ailments. And you got to be careful of each of them, especially confusion. So what I would do is I would bring um, mass refresh and balance at any point in this fight because they're going to paralyze you, confuse you for the most part, and that's pretty bad if you're going to survive this. And also bring a blue Valk and any other summons that will alleviate the status ailments that are delivered. Especially this part right here for stage 4 of 6, Karmic Fire Drake Ignis. The searing, I think searing edge. That's it. That will definitely confuse the crap out of you and your party. So definitely bring mass refresh or refresh of some sort. Um, it's also good to bring haste, of course, and also blue Valk, as I mentioned earlier. This will alleviate, let you replenish your refresh potential if you're running out skill-wise. Yeah, of all the 6 stages, but besides the boss, I think level 4 of 6 is probably the most difficult with 2 Fire Drake Ignises due to the fact that it does a lot of confusion potential with this Searing Edge attack, so be careful about that. Here you can stagger unis or cast Blue Vault if you're out of mass refresh potential. And also it does a lot of damage here, so just be careful of that. Of course, if you're confused, don't try to attack unless you're trying to mass refresh because you'll heal a lot back to the opponent and you'll have to bring it back down again with your attacks. So that's a waste of cost, and you have to be mindful of that when you're playing against the party. Here we have a little bit of the party. We got one good cleric here, B-Fly, pretty much supporting the whole team with this blue Valk, especially when he can't do mass refresh first or area refresh. Um, Me with the tank DPS, Katsul here with the tank DPS, and also Nagato and Armed with Wings. 2 Pallies, 2 Lancers, all DPS potential characters. So this is a pretty solid party, and we're doing pretty well right now. I think I am not carrying Master Refresh, but I'm carrying Balance, and you'll need that in the very end with when Ifrit puts up Guarded Shield. in the back. The first three stages is pretty easy, especially the third stage gives you with the King Kisapasas, gives you a little chance to finish your cost, replenish your cost here, um, especially going into the stage 4 of 6. Stage 5 here, you have Shuten, Nine-Tailed Fox, and Fire Drake. Shuten is I mean, he doesn't do that much damage. He does have this one hit KO attack, and that takes 90% of your HP away. So be careful of that. And also Silver Nine-Tailed Fox. She's not that hard. She does have the healing potential in the end, so definitely finish her off quickly. Fire Drake doesn't do much damage. Aim for her last and take her out at the very end. Which you can see. Yep. So that's about it for this stage, and we'll be moving into Ifrit very, very shortly. We're doing a pretty good job here, and B-Fly's doing a really good job keeping our HP up. And Fire Drake doesn't really do that much damage. You want to kill the Nine-Tailed Fox first, because Fire Drake doesn't do anything, especially. One thing you want to be aware of, the Nine-Tailed Fox does do the Shelter of the Heavens, which negates the next one attack. Um, that you are dealing to it. So be careful if you're casting like Night Splits or anything like that. Especially nullify that effect with a regular attack if you can, especially with a cleric if you can. Um, but other than that, this stage is fairly easy compared to the last stage with the two fire drakes. Strong Together is a buff skill that the Nine-Tailed Fox does do. And at 45 AP, it does quite a bit of damage. So be mindful of the HP that you have as a cleric. And even like when we're doing a 45k, 72ks, we're having a little bit of trouble taking it down, but with no problem at the very end. And I am showing them with a happy face, as you can see. So here we are at the Ifrit. Pretty easy here. Nothing going on. He does cast Garnet Shield, which increases his defense by 70% and 50% magic. Here he starts off with confusing the crap out of everybody. Of course, B-Fly's ready for that. Knight's Blitz, I cast Mirror Shield here for survivability purposes, and you're able to reflect damage off of him back onto him, since he does do quite a bit of single target, high-powered damage. So with Amaterasu here is another useful summon that can clear all the status effects of the party, and if you're not, and that's also useful to clear confusion if you're out of using refresh or mastery refresh the cleric. Stagger unis here if you can. This guy does hurt. Each skill does a lot of damage. And towards the end, he'll do the skill called Eradication, which will take about 90% HP off of each of the party members. Unavoidable unless you uni, of course, but be careful of that and use Dignify to replenish the HP of the party whenever you can. Here, I'm just debuffing him just because I feel like it. He does do a lot of damage at 45 AP, so I don't want to get hit too much with that, especially if I'm tanking along with Katsu up in the top. I want to steer the attention away from the two bottom DPS members, Nagato and Armed with Wings, so he doesn't hit that much on the bottom. Claire's in a good position in the bottom. He's just doing whatever he can to heal us up so we don't die. And of course, balancing is a very important factor. We want to do as much damage as possible. As you can see, we're still confused the crap out of ourselves because he just keeps casting confusion upon confusion upon confusion. And at this point, I feel like we were in quite of a pickle because Katsuo died because our priest couldn't get out of confusion. There is eradication. So there is our unis. We're trying to get out of dying because if he did able to connect that damage attack with that, we would have just died off the top right there. So definitely be careful. Be aware of that. Water summon here, it's good. We heal and we do damage at the same time. He's almost dead, so a few more attacks will do it. Heals, and there he goes. So it's a pretty difficult battle. Be sure to bring, again, just to review, bring Refresh, bring Balance, and definitely bring your Blue Volks, Materasus, just to clear any confusion states, especially if you're a priest. Of course, I didn't get anything here, and this sucks because the orbs are terrible, terrible item to farm. But I did get my ore for 45 AP run, so that you can definitely get one out of this. Of course, you can farm these orbs up the Apollo equipment up to UR, which gives you Apollo's Glory, the item that you'll get if you, sorry, Apollo's Glory is the proc that you'll get if you equip the UR versions of both the armor and the helmets of the Apollo gear, which you'll get in the next week from the Apollo event. So what it does is it's a chance to greatly increase physical damage when using an ability. Very good for Lancers and for Paladins. Um, so definitely do that and try and get it. That'll cost you about 4 orbs because it takes 2 orbs to upgrade from SSR to UR. Um, so I mean, I farmed for 3-4 days already. I haven't gotten a single one other than the one that I got right now from the 45 AP. So keep going, keep farming, and good luck. And I'll see you back at the Apollo event when it comes back up. Thanks, guys, and thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please comment and subscribe down the bottom, and I'll see you guys next time.